The nuisance abatement board for Thursday, June 11th, 2025 is now in session.
We're trying. Wait. Okay. We need to get
Detective, if you would please lead us in the pledge.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Madam Court Reporter, can you please take roll?
Yes, sir. Mr. Lindsay? Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Dickerman?
Present.
And Chair Scott?
Present.
We do have a quorum.
We do have a quorum. Thank you very much. And our guests, if you would please, anybody who's going to speak, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and or affirm that you will tell the truth? And when you do speak, please make sure the court reporter has your name and spelled. Thank you. Everybody was sent the minutes of the May 8th meeting. I do have one correction on there. At the beginning, I think out of habit, you have myself listed as calling the meeting to order. It was Vice Chair Lindsay. Thank you.
Motion accept minutes as amended.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay, thank you very much.
Good chat.
I read them. All right, we are going to start with our first case number 24-07-03, which is 2656 East Oakland Park Boulevard, Star America. Detective?
Star America, 11 calls in the past 30 days. We're doing good. We're going back up in calls a little bit. So on the property, you had one warrant arrest, which is fine. A couple medical calls.
Joel,
they ended up to be nothing. 3 disturbances. 2 service calls for property checks. We did have 1 robbery on the property. I don't know if you know about it. It was in the parking lot. There's really not much you can do. It was a guy who grabbed 2 $20 bills from a lady, got in the bus and left, but it wasn't right in front of the store. Suspicious incidents in this, they got on the bus and took it to Oakland Park. Took it down to Oakland and they followed him and they got back out and he ran from the bus and got away. But yeah, the lady bought some drinks, walked outside towards her car, and a guy grabbed her change and took off. Like I said, it happened out in the parking lot. So a lot of the suspicious incidents and stuff, it shows that you're calling the police still, which is good, and everything else is good. Stores, other than that, stores in compliance, and you'll be back in July. Yeah, stores looks good.
Thank you very much. July 10th is the next meeting.
Thank you so much.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
All right, our next case is number 24-08-04, Northwest 10th Terrace. Detective.
4 calls. Not bad. You guys usually have none, so a little bit up. 2 are mentally ill people. Somebody's fallen, I don't know if they had overdose or something on the property. A hit and run, which not you guys, and 1 warrant arrest on the property. So everything that you've done, that we asked us about the front parking lot, has been good. It's changing a little bit. It looks like it's starting to get beat up a little bit. The no parking signs that are on your wooden posts that used to be there, they're gone. So now it's I got you. Like I said, I just want that stuff to be back up again. You guys were doing perfect when you had them out there. The buckets. I understand. Where the bucket? Where they? Is the wood breaking? There's patrol around, but that's the thing. I'm going to tell everybody: if you have a problem, you have to call the police.
Can you please, your names for the record? Thank you, sir.
Like I said, I'm not here to cost you guys money, but if you can, I need to make that look better again. Okay, either put the ropes up, which is some little rope or stuff. The other thing is the trespassers. It was good for a while when you guys first got on. Now they're coming back in. We see guys, we watched 3 days in a row, the same guy out there, sitting there, nobody's telling them to leave. Guys are the owners, so people who are in control there today are the store owners. They need to do their part. These calls here that I have, I mean, the mentally ill and felony warrant can run, that's not a call from anybody inside the business. That's people calling and an arrest. They're not doing their job. All we ask is we call the cops, we have a problem. That's it. They'll come. I'm not saying they'll run their lights and sirens, but they'll come. You got a guy, the guy was there for hours, we watched him sitting there. The cops would have come and got him off the property and trespass warrant. You gotta be working with them. I hate to say it, you and Sam have to work together. You know what I mean? Get him going, get him, look at the camera. They have a huge camera in front of them to see the whole business. When you got a guy standing in front, they can see it. So call the police. You can do anonymous calls, so they're not gonna say, hey, the guy inside the store called. We gotta start doing that. The handicap, we talked about it. A little bit effort with that. A little bit effort with that. Clean that up in front and start calling the police and the trespassers. And I mean, everything else is pretty good. We had an order last time that was signed about you guys, the trespassing stuff, that they're gonna actually start doing fines for that. I'm gonna ask, we wait give them a chance, because they weren't here last month. We'll give them, postpone it one more month to see if we can, because they weren't here, it's not fair. One more month, make sure they turn around the trespassing, get the signs fixed and stuff before we go any further with that. Board to go with that? Chris? Mark?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Okay,
All right, so until next meeting, you got a whole month, just the stuff that we asked, call me, we'll talk and we'll get stuff fixed. Watch the cameras, and until that, everything else is up to par. We'll see you in July for the next hearing. Okay.
one question,
Yeah.
what are these cars that are out front?
So that's,
Just because of
so
the,
you can see,
okay,
so what I was talking about, handicap. 99% of a person that's really handicapped is not gonna park like that. They're usually gonna pull in the spot and get out and do the thing. These aren't handicapped people. These are people that don't wanna park in the nice spots you made on the side. Stuff like that, I would say inside, hey, listen, if you're walking, go move your car. You're not gonna be able to buy anything until you put your car right, whatever. Oh, I agree.
One day you were here when you told me.
Oh, I was there, we were there for 20 minutes one day. I know, I made them all move.
So that's where it stopped with whoops.
Right. The roofs up front, like I said, there's a car there that wouldn't be there back when you had it, that's all I asked. I said, no more parking like that, and it was good for a long time. So like I said, I'm not here to make you buy Brady bucks and all that, but try to make it look good, put the roads back up. Trespassers are a big thing. That's definitely on the good work. Okay, they gotta call, they gotta do
yeah,
that.
that'll keep you on the radar more than anything.
Yeah. But other than that, you're good in July, we'll talk, and we'll get stuff worked out.
Any other questions, board? Okay,
Yes.
thank you much. See you July 10th. Okay, our next case, number 24-10-05, 1708 Northwest Sixth Street, Lucy's Meat
Lucy's on the paperwork. I think you had a couple calls on Lucy's. So the only one you had like a medical call, and then you had that domestic at your apartment. Apartment number 2. No, that's the one we talked about.
Oh, that was.
So that was the call. No, it was on this paperwork. We pulled it out. Yeah, it was within this month from last month.
Somebody called.
It was an arrest on the property. Yeah. So domestic happened, apartment number 2. The male half had the warrant. Oh, I talked to Mike. I talked to Mike. The male half had a warrant. It was apartment number 2, and he said that apartment has problems. Like, yeah. So that's the only thing that I asked. Maybe do a couple of rounds up there. Just walk up and say, see your face a little bit. I mean, place was clean, everything else is up apart. So that was the only thing.
Okay.
So keep an eye on the guy. I don't know how the guy is. He had a warrant for like
Stay there.
he had a warrant for like setting fire on like big felon. So
You're not supposed to go.
that's why I say you walk around,
Yeah.
just see who's up there. If he's there, make him leave.
I'll talk to them first.
Okay.
I'll tell them.
All right, perfect. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, you guys are good. See you in July.
Yeah, it stayed amazingly clean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like spotless.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Incredible. Thank you for your
Thank you, guys.
continued efforts.
You guys have a good night.
Awesome,
Bye.
man. See you.
You as well. Okay, our next case, number 25-01-02, 821 Northwest Sixth Street, Four Corners.
Four Corners, one call for the last 30 days. Very good. It was a domestic disturbance call, and they responded and they arrested the guy on the parking lot. Me and Sean go back and forth with the business owner. Everything is super good there, clean, and I really have no complaints about that one. Everything else is perfect, and see you in July. I appreciate it.
Thank you much for
Thank
your
you.
efforts. See you
You too.
Thank you. And our final case for the evening, 25-05-02, 427 West Sunrise Boulevard, Shop and Save, which is an evidentiary hearing. Detective?
All right, so Shop and Save is a little convenience store located on the corner of Northwest 5 Ave and Sunrise Boulevard on the east side. The store's been in it for several years. It's located right by the barricades there, which is a police problem since I've been here. A lot of drug dealing goes on there, a lot of violence, a lot of
Where are the
guns.
barricades?
The barricades are right there where that blue, white looking car is.
Okay.
There's a barricade. So that place has been a hot spot for as long as I've been here, 20 years.
Oh, I know. Those are the streets they cut off, right?
Yeah, you can't get through there.
Yep.
What's his name? So over the past 6 months, we did a 6-month call, 18 calls. It's not bad. 5 of them were narcotic calls, which I'm guessing people are calling, but 5 of them were, or 4 of them was buys on the property. There's a possession on the property, and there was 4 narcotic buys. There's attempted robbery out front of the store, right in the front. Guy came out, and guys hanging out front, tried to grab a cell phone. They didn't get it from him, and he ran. 3 trespassing calls, a medical call, and a fight. So just some of the things. I mean, the only ones that really qualify are the narcotic calls that are on there. So some of the qualifying stuff, I'll give you some of the dates. On 1/14, there was arrest made for possession of cocaine by a person with a warrant on patrol. So patrol knew a guy that had a warrant. They went out with him on the property, arrested for the warrant. And when they grabbed him, he threw a little jar of crack cocaine. So it's a qualifier on the property. It's a felony drug arrest. I pulled up full reports of, but they're all different times. I can give you the exact times. 4/16, 1 arrest was made. Confidential informant bought $20 crack cocaine from somebody on the property. 4:30, confidential informant bought $10 of crack cocaine. No arrest that day. 5/14, 1 arrest was made. Confidential informant, $20 of crack cocaine on the property. And 6/4, another arrest was made. Another informant bought $20 of crack cocaine, and then they arrested him right thereafter. You want to go through the pictures a little bit, Noise? Okay. All the incidents I just mentioned I was there for several of them. They're happening on the property. Most of them, I don't know if you frequent the property, you would know, right? The backside, they either hang out front and they meet people right around the back. I'm not saying the whole area is going to clean up. It's not, but that property, a lot of guys come from the barricades, walk there just to sell their crack because it's an easy cut through. I come down Sunrise, I pull in the store. I don't got to go through the barricades, which these people know it's dangerous. There's a lot of shootings over there and everything. So they stop there. They're waiting for them out front. They meet them around the backside. You got 2 18-wheeler trailers sitting back there. So it's shadowed. There's a lot of blockage each way. Cops can't really see me to drive by. And that's the most of the problem. That
527 or 427?
it's 427. So
If you give me some chance, I can.
Excuse me 1 second. Sir,
I'm
excuse me 1 second. First, you were late, so I need to swear you in.
the prosecutor here.
Do you solemnly swear and or affirm that you will tell the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, and please, for the court reporter, we need to sign in and please give your name and spell it, please. Thank you.
Your name?
My name is Tanvir Chaudhary.
Spell it.
TAN
Uh-huh.
VIR. Last name Chaudhary. CHOW
Okay.
THURY.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You can sign.
Go ahead.
Sign after.
No, you can sign out.
So I need to.
It's all right.
Gotta go.
All right, so I'm gonna go with some of the recommendations that I recommend the property, that it'll help us work together to clean the place up. So, number one, the owner will maintain a trespass affidavit, which you already have, on file with the police department and have posted authorized no trespassing signs on all sides of the property within 7 days. I think you have one. We'll get you some more trespass signs if you need, and I have some more signs for you here. The owner will ensure that no persons loiter in the parking lot, on the sidewalks, within all areas of the property, as well as the inside of the store during all business hours. The owner will call for the police department to remove any trespassers when needed. Like I told him, that's all we ask from people there. I've been there and seen 5, 6 people out front. Nobody's telling me to leave. I've actually seen somebody work inside, it wasn't you, walk outside, smoke a cigarette, walk back inside, not telling anyone to leave. And I get it, it's not a good area, and a lot of people are scared to say, get off the property and leave. I totally understand it, and it happens with all the stores. But like I said, all we ask, call. Hey, there's 5 guys standing in front of my apartment, in front of the store. Can you make them leave? There's also guys that hang out in the back in the shadows. You probably don't even see them. I don't know if you have a camera out there, and we'll get to that also. So the owner will report to me, detective, and Joyce by email the current business hours of the business. The owner will provide a copy of all business operating liquor and related licenses by email to me, and we'll give you the email. They should have the email, right, Joyce? And we'll give it to you if not. Okay. The owner will clearly display within 7 days and for the duration of the jurisdiction, FLPD issued nuisance abatement signs measuring 16 by 20, which of these are, we'll give them to you, stating that the property is under jurisdiction of the nuisance abatement board and is being monitored by the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. One sign will be placed on the front door and one on the exterior wall of the north side parking lot and one on the south side of the building. Placement will ultimately be directed by myself. So next week or so, I'll come out there and we'll go through some of the stuff that where to put them and cameras and lighting. I'm getting to that now. Within 30 days, the owner will install and maintain a minimum of 1 exterior surveillance video camera on each side of the property and a minimum of 1 interior surveillance video camera capturing the entry and exit of the business as well as the counter area, and 1 interior camera that will be focused on the cashier and the cash register, which will be monitored and record activity and the transactions. I'm sure you already have cameras inside, I'm hoping. So that's why we go there. We check and make sure you have that. The cameras will be maintained according to all Fort Lauderdale City Code requirements. The exterior surveillance video cameras will be mounted and positioned at strategic locations to ensure that all activity outside of the business on the property is monitored and recorded. The surveillance video will be made available to Fort Lauderdale Police Department during business hours and can be used for any purpose they desire relevant. Camera coverage will be verified by myself when I come out there. You can go through that. The owner will maintain all exterior lighting on all sides of the building according to all city Fort Lauderdale code requirements and will be illuminated dusk till dawn. The owner will remove any narcotic paraphernalia being sold from the store immediately. This includes but not limited to glass rose stems, little glass pipes, rolling papers, brassos or chore boy, any other pipes or smoking instruments, scales, weed spice grinders, and all CBD items that contain CBD and THC. The owner will cease the use and immediately remove any gaming machines at the establishment. I do that all the stores because that's the #1 reason why people go there and hang out. They go inside the stores and they hang behind like they're playing games and they wait, and that's how they hide from the police when they come and sell their drugs. It's every single store, and I'm not narrowing you guys out, every store, all the gaming machines have been removed. The owner will maintain the property free of debris and trash. The owner will remove all large vehicles from the property because they're to be used as concealment for illegal activity. So I don't know who's parking those big 18-wheelers in the back of the property.
Oh, yeah, it's mine.
I'm gonna put that, those be gone. You need to clear that hole up back there because that's where they all go and hang out in the shadows back there. The sun going away, the shadows this way, and then the shadow comes from the building. So they're always hanging out back there because it's concealment from people seeing.
But
Yeah.
this container you have not for a long time, like last couple of months. I'm doing some big storage.
I understand, but that's one of the things that I'm requesting to be gone. The owner will remove any large window signs blocking the front view. So same with the stores, we take all big stuff off the front windows, so when a cop pulls up and there's a robbery inside, he's not guessing if the guy's pointing a gun at him. He can clearly see the register and clearly see inside of the business. When I come out there, we can go through all that also. And I'm not saying strip the whole front of the buildings free of signs, but it's just so we can see in there clear when the cops pull up. You can see him, he can see you. The owner will conduct property checks at the location not less than once weekly and email this detective each week to advise a status on the compliance of each item on this order. So an email saying that all gaming machines are gone. Email the cameras are good. Email the front is clear of any debris. Email saying the lights are working, all that stuff. So we'll go over that also. This should include photos of the location at the time of inspection. Not less than one inspection per month shall occur during the nighttime. So we want both day and night. So for this, there's investigative costs, and it's going to be a total dollar amount of $2,114.16. The owner is assessed 50% of this amount, and the investigative cost, which will equal $1,209.08. This cost is to be paid prior to the July payment board meeting, which is July 10th. If no meeting occurs in July, then prior to the next scheduled abatement board meeting. The board will waive the remaining balance of the investigative costs if the owner complies with the board order within the specified timeframes. If the owner fails to comply within the specified timeframes, the remaining 50% of the cost will be assessed. So it's 50% of the fines to pay. If you do everything we ask, we waive the other 50%. If all these times that you have a month of this, 7 days for this, if you don't put the signs up or the cameras up, whatever, then they can assess the rest of the fee.
So like if you comply those things, they can pick up the rest of the person.
So you're charged 50%. If you comply with everything, you just pay the 50%.
That's it. It's
Right,
still like
which is $1,209.08. $1,209.08. If any of the above listed items are not complied within the time frame set forth, a fine of amount of $250 per day per item, not to exceed $250 per day, will be imposed for each of the non-compliance. The owner will appear before the nuisance abatement board meeting July 10th, 2025, for a status hearing on all subsequent nuisance abatement boards for the duration of the jurisdiction. The nuisance abatement board will retain jurisdiction over the property for a period of 1 year. That's it. That's my recommendations.
Mark,
There was one that we voted as a board to require identification of all persons for purchasing tobacco and alcohol products. We did vote on that.
Right.
I didn't see that in there.
You're right.
I didn't hear
I'm sorry. We as a board voted to require all persons purchasing alcohol and tobacco products to be ID'd, regardless of what they look like, how they look like. It's a deterrent to people coming into the store.
So obviously that falls into play. So anybody buying alcohol and tobacco, obviously need to be
Everybody, not
ID.
just because they're 60 years old. Excuse me, I'm 62. I should use that as an example. But everybody, regardless of age or how they appear, they need to be ID because if someone who's coming in there for nefarious reasons sees they can check IDs, they're most likely going to walk out. He or she is going to most likely walk out. Thank you. Okay.
any other questions by the board? I need a motion to Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I operate this store.
And what do you do business hours?
So that's a convenience store.
What are the hours?
Convenience store.
What are the hours?
The hours is from 8 to 12. Yes, and we can close like late 3 o'clock. Friday night, Saturday, Sunday.
Till 3 a.m.?
Do you have any kind of security on the premise or just yourself?
So just Friday, you got here and there, and that's all.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Charge.
So you operate store and you guys with the owner, property manager.
Questions from you guys? Anything?
I have something to say.
Yes.
I don't know. I just want to show some clip of. Well, like, once. So I called the police one time, and what happened to my car? I can show you. And they also it also been police reported, but they never catch that person.
That's your car?
That's my car.
Why would they leave or something?
That's what so just trying to sell. You know what they do over there. Just so you cannot do it over here. So this is our
Right.
neighborhood. This is our country. This everything. They own everything over there.
So I'm gonna put them in perspective. That's 800 north or 10 pairs, and as bad as area you are. And that's why I tell them, you can call police, don't go out there. There's no reason to go out there and take that into your own hands.
If you see my records, I called maybe 1,000 times police from last 4 years. The police, they know my voice over there in the night.
So I totally agree, and I'm glad you do that. But I've been there, driving by several times and seen 3, 4, 5 people. The last time I was there, standing right out front.
It's because of the barricade. The barricade is a free zone over there. The landlords over there, they try to call the police when they hang out in front of their property. And I also call the
aware.
police.
Yeah.
But when the police come, they just walk through the barricade and they smoke over there. They drink over there. The police, I show the police, the police, this is now our duty. They are not on property anymore. So every time I call the police, they just walk over there. They just walk over because when they come, the police, they can see the police car is flashing, they're walking over there.
Right.
They just walk through the barricade, and the barricade is nobody property. And when they stay over there.
But that means they're on your property already. So that's what I mean. If they start knowing that you're calling the police for them every time, that they cannot come on the property, they'll eventually stop coming.
But the
And
police also come late. They don't stay that long.
that I can't rush. I mean,
The police is
I can't vouch
They
for
already
police.
done their business, and all the people come to buy the drugs. They come with the car. So they come over here. They pull up my parking lot. They don't buy anything from me. They just use the exit way. They just make it.
I believe people come car, but also there's been undercover buys that have been people on foot, so it's not just cars. Believe me.
Yeah,
And
they
I-
want to, but a lot of times, most of the people they do big business. There's most of the people.
Right, so they're coming to do business there, that which means they know that the drug dealers are on the property.
They talk about the phone.
Okay.
They make a meeting point.
I've been there, sir, I've been there for 2 arrests, and they've both been hanging out behind your building on the north side.
Yeah.
Right in between
Yeah,
the trucks and the back,
They
no,
leave
no, no. butted up against the back of your building and between the truck trailers, hanging right in there. Twice, guys have walked up and bought drugs right from there.
Yes, because they sometimes they walk. You know, this is the open space, open property. So they just walk over my property.
Listen, I totally understand.
I have no fence over there.
I totally understand, but the thing is, there's a lot of things I could suggest. I could suggest, okay, get a full-time security guard, but guess what? It's gonna cost you a lot of money. So I'm trying not to include that for you right now. You have to call and keep the guys off your property. The same thing just told him, you heard him. Trespassers are coming back to him. He's gotta start doing more. You have to start either watching the camera, people hang out in the back. A couple times that I've been there, I mean, I've been there 20 years, I know, but recently, they're hanging out right in the back. I don't know if you have a camera back there or you don't see them, but they're there
We have the camera down there.
in the back.
Yeah, when
Um,
we call the police, They just walk out. We are tired of that. That's what I'm trying to say. I call the police 1,000 times.
Let him finish before.
You can check the record. Like, keep
So
talking.
here's the thing, if I see 20, no, I told you, there wasn't that many trespassers.
The last 4 months, not that much, but used to call because there are a lot of shooting over there. Used to have a lot
The
of
shootings, a lot of fire,
lot of-
and I understand.
And when
That's
I get-
why
when
people that
somebody
don't
goes
wanna
like
go
that,
there.
I get so scared. It's make me stop calling the police because I have no personal security. They break my car, they break my window, and
So you need to call and remain anonymous. Don't say that it's a store owner. Just call and say, anonymous caller, that I need a guy's removed. And just what I say to all the stores, I
how am I gonna
understand.
call the police anonymous. This is my property. I'm gonna call them trespass. So how I'm not gonna show up because I'm trying to get trespass somebody and he know my face already. And he's not only one. He has brother, 3 brothers.
You need to
He
call,
has everybody over there.
you
His family over
you need to call the police. Keep calling the police. If I see 20 trespassing calls up that you called, and I understand, there wasn't that many trespassing calls.
But I've been over there. You've been like 20 years. This close, the barricade over
Do
there.
you want to do a detail officer, or do you want to do security?
I'm talking about the barricade over there. Is
The
this
barricade's not go, we try to get the barricade removed a million times. It stops cops from going through there too, so it's
It's a
terrible.
horrible idea.
barricade over there? The breeding zone. They lot of
The
people
barricade,
think-
just on the other side of the barricade, listen, I worked there for 20 years. I know
You know
everything
that
about that
already.
block. Listen, I've hit 100 search warrants there. I know they also have those apartments. But them not being allowed on your property and them starting to figure it out, they'll stay on that side of the barricades. Your store is an easy place to come to make money. Because people, it's a one-stop shop. I pulled in, the drug dealers are there, I call them or whatever, they meet them, they leave. Drug dealers might go back up the barricades, or they stay. So they're doing both. So when people come and they're not one on the property, you have to call police.
Ooh. I cooperate with the police every time. The police come, I show the video and everything. This is how I upload maybe 100 videos to the portal already.
Right.
That's partially talking about that day we get like a beaten in his face is maybe 15 months ago. So that guy was trespassed. Who hit the guy? He's already trespassed.
Yeah.
He walk in the property, he punched the guy, and he walk out. So when I'm gonna call the police already. he
That's
walk
not my
in-
problem. When people are coming and going, I get it. When there's 5 kids sitting in front of your store and nobody's making them leave, that's the problem. That's the problem.
I-
And I'm not saying you, and when I've been there, it was a different guy inside, so it wasn't you.
The decision on whether or not they're breaking the laws in the store, or whether
They're
they're.
trespassing. If they're not coming in as a customer, you're already trespassing.
They leave
Yep.
buy there over there. Sometimes they buy over here. Sometimes they just walk.
If they buy, then they leave the property. If they buy and sit in front of your store, that's trespassing.
I understand.
Yeah.
But sometimes they say their neighborhood, this neighborhood store. We cannot talk over here. It's like family thing. They start talking. I know the people they sell the drug, but their family. They used to sell drugs over here. So they act like they cover each other. Their dad is staying over there. He said, "Why are you trashing my son? My son is not doing anything bad to you. He's not robbing you. He's not doing anything. He's selling drug on my property. No, he's not selling any drug." Call the police, check it. And when the police check it, there's nothing on him. Like if they come back to my store and they try to punch me in face, why you call the police? I have nothing on my body. That I am working for the police. They think I am the informer for the police.
Like,
So
I'm
by
gonna go back to this other story at
I mean-
in Terrace and 8th Street. Theirs is riddled with crime, the shooting, it's the same thing. I understand, I told them the same thing, call police, that's all I ask. You need to call police, you need to start that, 'cause like I said, if there was, there's tons of guys hanging out there, if there was tons of trespassing calls, that makes me sure that you were calling. There wasn't that many, which now we'll see next month, if there's a lot of trespassing calls, things will be different. You just gotta make an effort to call every time. Like I say, you don't have to give your name, you don't have to say the store owner, say anonymous call, there's trespass out front, they won't leave.
So I can call like anonymous as a trespass someone.
Yes,
So they're not gonna ask for my like why the because
No.
if I trespass somebody, they ask all
No.
the information.
I wanna remain anonymous, is
The
what you're saying.
owner, the land. One time they say you are not the landlord, you cannot trespass someone.
You can absolutely trespass one, especially when you have the sign that's right there. Yes, absolutely. Listen, there's a
Can
lot of
use your
guys.
name? Can you use your name? When he calls, you can say, detective told me to call.
You can say that, I mean, of course. You can say detectives coming to call, they're gonna say, okay, and the same response they're gonna come, they're not gonna run any faster because of me.
At least
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's on record.
Excuse me, 1 minute, please. We have a question that's been waiting from Chris.
I was gonna move to.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
For in this kind of
Yeah.
situation,
Yeah.
I had like four police roll call in that case.
You know what?
The police roll call thing,
Yeah.
everybody come over there.
Yeah.
The association from the neighborhood, the South Middle River Association.
Yeah.
They know about me already last 4 years. I
So Michael Alberto, Mr. Alberto,
They know I've been over there already.
Okay.
The Captain London, I think his name, he
Mhm.
was in my property also, not my property, their property, my business. He also been over there because I talked to him. I said, I keep calling police. They come, but they go and stand over there by the barricade. So the point is the barricade. Why nobody
They know where the
removing
kids,
that one?
they know where the kids go.
So why nobody removing the barricade?
If that were that easy, the barricade would have been gone years ago. The association will not do it. Because they don't want the people cutting through.
Today, the president of the association and the vice president, they walk in the in the morning. And they say, I said, who is the person who made the decision? He said, it's the city, it's not us. The police, they don't want to offend the people.
The city, the association doesn't want to take the barricade down, believe me.
so
We tried. They don't want the through traffic that's gonna come through there.
well, that's
They said they're gonna speak, who can speak bump and thing. But city don't want to do this, he has no money for that. The police also don't want to do that. They give it today morning, just today morning.
Okay. What I'm gonna suggest is we do what I suggested, and let's see, you got a month, let's see if things progress.
I will do my part. I will do my part.
That's what I'm asking, do your part. Do your
But what
part.
about the barricade?
The barricade shouldn't, it's not a discussion at this meeting at all. I can't do anything about the barricade, you can't do
That's the
anything.
source of the problem there.
I
You cannot-
understand,
Do something without feeling the source.
it's been that way for several years, that the barricade subject is, it's not actually for this meeting at all. That's something different, I can't do anything about it.
It's totally out of our jurisdiction.
Yeah,
That's the cause of the main cause of the problem.
The barricade comes from the city putting it there. They put it there because people have lived there, asked for it. So you need to go back to the city and convince the commissioner that people no longer want it.
Yes.
In other words, he's not,
the
the current commissioner is not gonna move. And that's outside of legal.
So the police has no problem with that because they are trying to take with Mr. Glassman now. That's
so maybe this is.
station.
other than the barricade, the things that happen here, like I said, you probably already have cameras, probably have lights, a lot, I'm not asking a lot for some of these requests. The trucks will want to be gone, make sure that back's lit up, and then you call the police. Let's start with that, let's see how that goes for next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a bunch of signs, put them on all sides of the building, but like I said, I'll give them to you now, and I'll come next week and we'll go over what's in the store, what's not, but right now, all the paraphernalia from inside the store has to be gone, whatever you have, and the gambling machines, signs, lights, and cameras, that's it.
The floor recognizes Mark.
All right, first of all, you're dealing with Victor Lundgren. He's a great guy. He's responsive to the community. I've known Victor Lundgren since he was patrol cop. So yeah, far back I go with him. As far as calls for service, is it possible for say a month to have the district sergeant send a second unit for the other side of the barricade?
We're very short.
I know
mean,
you're very, I know, believe me, I know you're very.
I don't wanna say yes or no on that,
But could we look into that?
we can talk to a District 2 person, but
Yeah.
yeah. I
I
mean,
think that would also help because if they're coming from both ends, no place for them to go.
listen, I know a lot of
Yeah.
patrol officers that know that place, and that's why there's warrants stuff being, arrests being made on that property, because they know it's a thorn in their side.
Okay.
So they go there and they go on both sides, some of them, they know they run each way, so requesting for 2 people, I could, but usually there's always a back.
Okay. Well, I know there's always the back. That's
Me, discussion, their method of approach, it's
okay.
something not to, but smart officers do that already,
Okay.
so.
You had a question? Go ahead.
Say your name. I'm sorry.
What percentage of your business?
It's not that big. It's not that big. It's not that. The gaming machine, they spend some money on that. It's not that. Not gonna bother us.
I'm just worried about it in the business.
But the main problem is for us, good business, the barricade. that's the thing, like, that.
And that's the one thing I have no control of, that you ask me. That's the one thing that,
I'm trying to say, like, I'm trying to do all the things you just
Yeah.
want me to do.
I can't do anything about the
My
barricade.
demand is the barricade, because I live over there, I see there, the problem is the barricade.
Right.
If you.
I understand, I'm with you on that. I'm totally on your side with that, but I can't do anything for this meeting, and it's not a subject that we can even discuss.
I'm gonna interrupt.
You maybe have to go to the board meeting,
Excuse me, please. I'm gonna interrupt. We're getting very repetitive.
Yeah.
Okay, certain things are out of our jurisdiction. You have to take it up with the city. Let me be very clear about something. We're here to get you from not being here anymore, okay? We're not here to put you out of business. We're not here to do anything that we would not do for any other business that's going through the same thing. We're not here to bleed you out of money, but you might want to think about having some type of security there. If you're having these many problems and it sounds like you're afraid to do certain things, and I totally understand that. But the recommendations are here to be made. We're here to make you succeed, okay? We meet on a monthly basis, other than August. We get reports on what's going on. We can't ask you to do any more than the recommendation. Again, we want to help you. But you have to understand there's certain things that are out of our jurisdiction. You've got to go to the commission or whoever with the city is going to remedy that. We have nothing to do with that. It's not that we don't want to do it. It's not that we want to brush it aside. We can't do that. What the recommendations are what is within our jurisdiction to do so. So please understand that. Okay.
I have one of you. I will do everything you say in the next month when we meet. If you see it's nothing changed, they still hanging over there by the regular. What will happen?
Well, I have to go. I'm talking to you about it. We'll talk on the phone or to whoever and come up with something. Like I said, if it gets that bad, then we'll have to come up with a different suggestion. Like I said, sometimes I could have right now said, hey, guess what? You need a full-time security guard. If they vote on it, and then guess what? You got security. Listen for a second. That's why I'm not doing it. I'm not here. I'm here to help you do stuff. Okay, if we have to talk and I have the sense of control, we'll do something. I'm not here to take all the money from your pocket. I suggested a couple of things, and most of them that you already have up in your business. So I want to keep the trespassers gone. Trespassers gone. Keep that to a minimum. As long as you call and keep up your side, we'll do better. Move the trucks and make sure there's bright lighting back at the back of the building between those trucks. All right. Okay. Okay.
Can I have your business card?
Hmm?
The card, like the business
I'll
card.
get your card. Yep, I have one.
Yeah, we're not here to chat a business. We're not. We're here to keep community standard to eliminate drug abuse. I'm a recovering drug addict, 40 almost next Wednesday will be 41 years. So I understand the scourge of the desire to use, wanting to use, having the addiction. But we need to wipe that out of our neighborhoods. And unfortunately, yours is a locale that they seem to hang out. We're not here to put you out of business. We're here to help you improve your business and make you successful. And these are the ways that we need to help you successful.
The ways we're going to try without digging into your pockets. Understand?
I mean, I do
I
believe
start the business like during
it's a
COVID,
last resort for us to put a business
it was
down.
hard for me. Like run the business, all this trades, all the trades come in, and those neighborhood being poor.
Just make sure your other employee who I seen outside smoking cigarettes, when people are
Those-
sitting out
those
trespassing,
Employees become like they get a lot of threats, so they said they don't want to work over there. I just
listen, I'm just telling you, I've seen the guy out front smoking a cigarette when people hang out on the property, not leaving. So,
Okay,
go with that.
I'm going to close the discussion on this right now. The first thing I need is a motion to accept the property as a nuisance.
So
Madam Court Reporter, if you would take a roll, please. Sure.
present, yes.
Mr. Smith. Yeah. Mr. Campbell
Yes.
and Chair Saka.
Yes. Okay, so the property is Shop and Safe has been declared a nuisance. Now I need a motion to accept the recommendations as written.
Second.
Another roll call, please.
Just to interrupt, because it's not written, I know you guys voted with tobacco, and that's not written, so that's
Including
Including
the tobacco.
tobacco alcohol.
So it will be as amended.
Yes,
That's it.
thank you.
So the motion was by Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith? Yes. Mr. Beckman?
Second, yes. President, yes. I'm lost, excuse me, I'm just.
Mr. Penfield?
I'm blaming on yes.
And, Chair Swan?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the recommendations have been approved and modified by the board. Any further discussion?
No, just, you know, you notice the meeting so far. You get properties in, they clean up their act, and it takes for 2 minutes. As a resident of the northwest section of the city, there's a lot of convenience stores that there's problems on the property. You know, nuisance, we get them in, we ask for these recommendations, and we know you don't live there. You're not gonna be there 24/7 to stop everything. A lot of it is community. The trend is a problem also. But at least try what we recommended. If it works, it takes you 5 minutes in here, and you go like all the other people. If it doesn't, then we come up with something else.
Yes,
We're not gonna put anybody out of business or anything, but as a resident of the community, it's bad when we see stuff, but something's gotta be done. And we're here to do it. So let's just try to do the things that is recommended. If it works, great. Takes 5 minutes, you solve 3 other people, just leave out here, because the recommendation that we did is working, and I mean,
They're no different, they're no different than what this store is.
Right, I
Like,
mean, it's great when you look at 9th Avenue and 6th Street, the jump from. People used to hang out there all the time, you all coming, you'll be there. You pass by there now, there's nobody out there, the store's still surviving, people go in, buy something, and leave. But that's great for the community that is not that spot anymore.
yes.
That's all.
We like
all
it
we're
like
trying to
that.
do.
We don't like those people to hang out with. That's not like my choice.
I know.
I got it like that.
I'm just telling you,
But
that's
these-
what
I come to the store, it was like that from people.
These are steps, okay? I've been on this board for about 5.5 years. We've had some pretty rough property. And it sounds like a year is a long time, but once things get a handle on it, it goes so fast. Like Chris was saying, these people are in and out of here in 5 minutes. We've had meetings that take 10 minutes, we're done. With 7 properties. So please don't look at it that we're trying to do you a disservice. We're here to help you. We want you to thrive. We want your business to thrive. And it's going to be tough in the beginning. I'm not going to say that it's not. It's all new and it looks like a list of, oh my God, how am I going to do this? We will work with you. I promise we will do everything to help you get through this.
You will see me next meeting. You will see me then. You will see me.
Which is July 10th.
We had a talk for this last month at graduate. Actually, they're thrilled that we were able to help them. So this is actually a plus for you, really.
like I said, we call, we'll work together on doing things. I'm not gonna, like I said.
Don't get
we'll-
mad.
we'll
We're
take
gonna get
it.
a lot of calls.
Okay, perfect, no.
It makes a difference. Is there any further discussion?
Well, I do want to announce that I will not be here at the next.
Okay, July 10th.
Street, one. Like I said, we'll come by next week.
If there is no further discussion,
Motion to adjourn.
and second, okay, it is 7:48. Meeting adjourned.
Yeah, nice.
I can tell. Appreciate it. Good for you.
What's your first name?
I quit trying.
Don? Perfect. Got it, John. Thank you. Every single store to the same store. And